so happy. I'm so excited. I am ready to be done with this book. And I know the feeling and I know what I love, and this one is missing it. Besties, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy that you're here. I'm actually running out the door right now, but I really wanted to start this video and make the intro just so like that was done. Not the poopy bags for my dog. I literally have to leave. I am touring an apartment and I'm like honestly very excited. I really hope I love it. I think I'm gonna go and grab a smoothie beforehand and then tour the apartment, and then we have a couple of things to do. Have to go to the library, maybe get some lunch, start our new book, and have ourselves a fun little day today. I just went to the library. I got a couple of books. I think we are doing reading thrillers in this little vlog. I'm like a really paranoid, like scared person, so I hope there's nothing about someone being alone or something. What if I'm like foreshadowing? Let's talk about the books I got. So I got 3 thriller / mystery books, and the first one I got was The Suspect by Fiona Barton. I've never read anything about this author. I'm honestly very excited. It has a lot, can you see that? It has a lot of praise in the back. This is a longer, I would say, thriller. I don't know why it feels so thick and so heavy. So next they had The Wildlings by Lisa Harding. I've never read anything from this author. I don't think ever. Also, the premise sounds really good. From the author of Bright Burning Things and in the spirit of Donna Tartt's The Secret History comes a vivid and compulsive story of obsession, control, and guilt set in the 1900s. I feel like it could be a good contender. And then lastly, we have A Daughter of Mine by Megan Brandy. And this one sounds really good. Apparently it's like very twisty, so we'll see. I'm so excited. I feel like we're gonna have honestly the best time. I have to go and grab some food. I'm literally starving. I think I'm gonna stop and maybe get some takeout and then take it home so we can actually start reading. Let's go and grab some takeout, grab some food, and then literally rot for a few hours.
Oh, are you getting the double perfect style mustard fry?
Yes. Good, how are you? Just bad. Yes, sorry, I'm far. Thank you. Hopefully you can hear me, but I didn't even tell you guys where we went this morning, which is honestly super exciting. This morning I went to tour literally my dream apartment and my dream like apartment complex. The specific like apartment, the layout, the floor plan that we applied for was not available. Like all of them are occupied right now with like tenants, but I did get to obviously look at all the amenities, like get a tour. I fell in love with it. I love it so much. I want to move in literally tomorrow. So I really wasn't sure which one I wanted to pick up, and they both sound really good, and I know I said I wanted to pick this one up, but I read the first chapter. It sounds good. It really does. I read like a chapter and a half. It is definitely a book that I'm gonna have to put a lot of like brain power into, and so I don't know if I'm like into that right now. Within the first 2-3 chapters, there's like 6 characters already, and so it just seems like it's gonna be a little bit of more of like a brain power thriller, and like I'm not really feeling that right now. So I did read the first chapter of this one. I think I'm gonna pick this one up. I feel like this is kind of more of like what I want. It sounds like it's gonna be a more gripping, fun, mindless thriller. Hope I like really love it, and it's like so crazy and twisty. Guys, remember when I said that the only thing I did not want was a book where it was like something was happening in a house because I'm alone? And the first book we pick up, there's like weird things happening in the house and I'm like kind of scared. I'm like kind of scared. Honestly, I need to stop reading for a while. I'm actually really liking it. I am now like 50% in, maybe a little bit less than 50%. It's good. It's really good. I think one, I'm like a little anxious and scared, so I feel like that's affecting my experience reading this book. And then two, also there was like a lot of like info dump. There was a lot of learning about the characters at the beginning, and for me like started slower than I thought it was going to. I wasn't like super invested like the first 35-40%. It was kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. Like for some reason I just could not get into it. The next book I read will 100% be a romance probably, and it's gonna be a very cheesy cute romance because I'm honestly a little scared right now. So I'm going to take a pause. I'm gonna finish that, continue reading that tomorrow. I am getting tired, so I'm gonna do as much editing as I can, and then I'm gonna probably head to bed. We're home, we're changed. I wanted to show you guys what book I got. We finally got Atmosphere by TJR, and I just like really love TJR's writing and her storytelling. I feel like her books are always just so insightful, and they always like teach me something, and they also always have very complex characters with a lot of depth to them, and I just love those type of books. She's really cute. This was also $30. Isn't that so cute? And then I got a bookmark from Diesel, which is the bookstore I went to. It's one of my favorite bookstores ever. I'm literally obsessed with it. They have such a good selection, and the people are just so nice, and oh, I love it so much. I'm very, very excited. This cover is literally stunning. I've been debating on getting it. I didn't know if I wanted to buy the hardcover. I can't go to the bookstore and not buy something. I have an issue. I'm on chapter 30. I haven't really talked about this book because we have been just go all day. So this book follows Hazel Sharp, who comes back to, I think it's North Carolina, I'm pretty sure, after her dad unfortunately passes away. When she gets there, she starts noticing some weird things happening. Suddenly one day they find a car at the bottom of the lake, and she somehow is able to link the car with some events that happened in her past. So in this town, there's like a major drought. So it hasn't rained in, I think, 70 days without rain. And so that is like leading for this like evidence to kind of like rise up into the surface and pop up. A lot of like family drama and just like estranged like siblings and a lot of like hard, complicated family dynamics. And you really get to see Hazel start to doubt everyone in the town and just also trying to figure out and learn what happened to her mom's disappearance, why people have accidents or disappear out of nowhere. And so she's trying to uncover and also find answers for herself for what happened years ago. So it's definitely an interesting thriller. I'm liking it so far. Like I said last night, it took me like 40%, maybe 45 to really get into it, but I feel like the little bit that I have been reading today here and there, I mean, I feel like we've read actually a pretty good amount. What I've been reading today has really kept me entertained, and it has kept me like wanting to know what happened, but there's also this thing in the back of my head that I'm just like, get it over with. And I usually don't feel like that with thrillers. Yes, I want to know what's happening, and I want to know the plot twist, and I want to know what, like, kind of get some closure as to what we're reading and like the story. But a lot of the times I'm like, I don't want this book to end. Like I'm like so invested and I'm loving it so much that I just wish it was a little bit longer. And I think for this one, I'm like ready for it to end. Like I'm ready to move on to something else. But all that to say, like I'm still really enjoying it. I'm still very entertained. The last like 50 pages has really kept me on the edge of my seat. I think I have 50 pages left. So we're literally almost done with this book. Anyways, let's continue and hopefully finish in the next like hour or so. I am ready to be done with this book. Hello from the kitchen again. I feel like I have been in the kitchen a lot in this video, but it's been a couple hours. I've just been reading for a little bit. I've been craving a little like late matcha, and I really want to make the blueberry syrup because I really want to have some blueberry syrup with the matcha. I wanted to briefly talk about the book that we started this morning. So we did end up starting It's a Love Story by Annabelle Monaghan. Not very far into it. I'm probably less than 20%, so I don't have really a lot to say yet, but so far I'm really liking it. Annabelle Monaghan's writing is just so fun and witty. Like she genuinely makes me like laugh out loud with every book that I've read by her. I just find the dialogue and the banter and overall like her writing so fun. The female main characters always are so just funny, and their like inner monologue is so quirky and hilarious. I really love that about her books. I am always like laughing and giggling constantly. This follows our female main character Jane. So she is a screenwriter. She wants this project to be greenlit for it to be an adaptation, which I find really interesting. And she is facing some obstacles, some retaliation by our male main character. I'm assuming his name is Dan, and he just does not seem that he like really enjoys her company or really likes her a lot so far. Anything that she says he goes against. I think there's gonna be a bit of like rivals to lovers. They're just not on the same page. And she used to be best friends with Jack, who Jack is now a famous like pop star. Like he is touring, he is like super famous, but they haven't had contact in like 20 years. But because she really wants this project to be greenlit, she basically tells her bosses and also Dan that she can get Jack to add a song to the soundtrack of the movie, because she is just like determined for this specific project for it to work. She believes that this is like her big break and this is like the one. And so she has to basically pair up and ask Dan, her literally nemesis, for help, because Jack is performing in Dan's small town. That's where I am right now. The story starts to develop, and I haven't gotten a lot since I am like less than 20% in, but so far I'm liking it. I just really enjoy Annabelle Monaghan's writing, and her settings are always so vivid in my brain every time she writes about like small towns, especially like coastal small towns. I can always picture them in my head, and she's like very detailed and precise with her settings, which I absolutely love. I feel like this is going to be the perfect like summer read. I have pretty high hopes. I have heard that this one has been a little bit of a disappointment for some of my mutuals, especially for some of my mutuals that love Annabelle. I feel like this one kinda is like a hit or miss. I want to like giggle and swoon and have like a really good time, so I'm hoping this one will do that. I did find the audiobook on Spotify, so I think I'm gonna listen to it while we make our blueberry syrup. It is a little bit later in the day. It's about to be 6 o'clock, so I'm hoping to make a pretty big dent to this today. So I'm gonna read for the rest of the night. We're gonna make ourselves a nice little matcha after we make the syrup, and literally just rot and read. the next day and it is 1 p.m. now. I got off of work pretty early. We're gonna make some food and hopefully finish It's a Love Story. I mean, not hopefully, we're definitely finishing. So I read a little bit more last night. I have a little bit more thoughts than I did yesterday. I think 60% through with it, so we really made a huge dent. I was zooming through that book. I don't know how I feel. I feel a little bit underwhelmed and kind of sad because it's not giving me what summer romance gave me. I feel a little disappointed and just underwhelmed. I think this story has a lot of potential and I think it's like good. It's not a bad book by any means, but I'm missing a key ingredient that to me makes really good romances, and that's tension. I feel like there's a lack of tension within our main characters that I don't think I've ever felt with an Annabelle Monaghan book, and I feel like this one is very surface level. I don't feel like we've gotten very deep with our characters. The tension is not really there for me, which I'm kind of sad. It feels a bit insta-lovey. The first 50% was like rushed quite a lot, and there's also a plot that's happening next to the love story, and that plot is like lacking for me. I don't find it very interesting. I feel like those parts are kind of boring. Like I'm just not feeling it. I love Annabelle Monaghan's writing. I think it's really just sweet and tender, and I think her romance is always very like heartwarming. I feel like her romance always makes me feel like cozy and warm inside, but I just feel like there's some stuff lacking that I feel like I'm used to with her books. I don't know what it is. It's tension, it's just a little bit of spice, and not in like a smut way, but just a little bit of like seasoning. It feels very like bland, very like one note. And I don't love that. I don't love that. And I know the feeling and I know what I love, and this one is missing it. All that being said, I do love the writing. There's some really sweet quotes, and there's been some really like good moments. I'm probably going to finish it in the next few hours. I will come back when I have something to say about this book. I kind of feel how I felt with the last one. Like I'm kind of ready to be done with it. Like I'm ready to move to something that's like going to make me like feral for the characters. I need that type of energy in my life. Like I need it so bad. I am 270 pages into this book. I cannot even express to you right now how annoyed I am at what is happening. I am baffled by the way that she is talking to this man right now. Good morning. I do have a little bit of like a longer day. We are about to go to a little breakfast spot. It's been recommended to me a lot, so we are heading to Bluey's, get some breakfast, get some coffee, and then I will update you later on what we're doing. We are honestly having such a fun day. I'm so excited. Other than that, I do want to show you my outfit. A yellow skirt. This is from Uniqlo. I love it. It also has pockets. I'm literally obsessed with it. It's like the prettiest like yellow color. And then of course I also have my Uniqlo basic, just a white top, and I'm wearing also just my Sambas. That's my outfit today. I am gonna finally leave the house and go to breakfast, and then I will update you once we're there.